I guess we are live now. Let me just quickly check. The sound is too low, I guess. Hmm. Let me just quickly see if everything is working all right or not, and we will be beginning with our session. Okay, it should be good now. Wait a moment. Far better, I guess. So let's start today's session. And we have left on structures. We have covered a small topic of structures. Today we'll be doing structures and strings together and quickly wind up these two units. Mm. Okay, sound is all right. Let's begin our session. So we were on structures. I think we are on the last topic of structures. That is structures with arrays. Mm. We have completed this. We are on structures containing structures. So we have seen the syntax of structures. We have seen a classic example of date, month, year, and time in hours, second, and minutes. Then arrays of structures. Then now we will be doing structures containing structures. So it is some kind of like structure and another structure is defined inside it. So let's begin. So C provides you with an enormous amount of flexibility in defining structures. For instance, you can define a structure that itself contains other structure as one or more of instance. So of its members. So you can define structure that contains array. You have seen how it is possible to logically group the month, day, year into a structure called date, how to group the hour, minute, seconds into a structure called time. In some applications, you might have the need to logically group both a date and time together. So for example, you might need to set up a list of events that are to occur at a particular date and time. Uh, Pretty good here. Okay, so now we will be defining a structure that is date and time, and inside that we are defining two separate structures, struct date and struct time. Okay, so since they are structure variables or the variables used in structure, so we are defining it with s date and s time. Okay, pretty good. So the first member of this structure is of type struct date and is called s date. So second member of date and time structure is of type struct time and is called s time. So you can name anything. Variable can be named as anything. If you remember the rules of naming a variable. So variable can now be defined to be a type of struct data and time, as in struct data time, and can be defined as an event. So like we are defining a date and we are defining the specific date which we are talking about, like today, tomorrow, day before yesterday, or some kind of event. Now what they are doing, they are specifying the structure for date and time, but for what? For a particular time, kind of event. So that is how it works. Any problems till now? Stream is going quite good. Please wait a second. Let me just connect my system with the power. Okay. Uh, Good. So we were on that we have defined event as a structure. So to reference the date struct of the variable event like this, so what we can do event.sDate, and for time we can do event.sTime. Like they have done that. So you could call your date update function with that date as the argument, assign the result back to the same place by a statement such as event date is equals to date update, and we can assign a new date here, event.sDate. So okay, so I think they are defining so you could also a date update function with the date as the argument and assign the result back to the okay. So they are defining a function and they are given the our event.sDate as an argument. Okay, so you can do the same type of thing with the time structure. Like event time s time is equals to time update. We are creating a function here with the argument event.sTime. Pretty good. So now to reference a particular month inside one of these structures, a period followed by the number name is stacked at the end. Okay, so like we are doing previously, we are doing date dot month, date dot year, date dot day. So we can here we can do now event dot s date particular date, and at that particular date a particular month we are targeting. So this statement set the month of the date structure containing with the event to October, and the statement plus plus event dot s time dot. I think they have created some kind of mm, I think they have created a program down here. Hmm. Okay, we will see it later. So adds one to the second contains. Okay, so they are within a event to October and event dot s time dot second. So add one to the second. Okay, so by using the increment operator, post increment operator, we can add 1 second to the time. So the event variable can be initialized in the expected manner like this. So struct date and time event. So this is the date and this is the time. So it can be defined as this, where I guess this is the month. Not guess, I am sure that this is the month, this is day, then year, then again we will go to hour, minute, second. So this is hour, 3 hours, 30 minutes and 0 second. So this sets the date in the variable event to the February 1, 2004, and sets the time to 3:30, not AM, PM mentioned. So according to 24-hour clock, it's 3:30 in the morning. So of course you can use member's name in the initialization. Wait a second. Hmm. So where were we? We were setting a date and time. Okay. So we have set a date and time. Of course, you cannot use the member's name in the initialization as in this. So you cannot use like this dot month dot day. We have to initialize like this. So naturally, it is possible to set up an array of date and time structure as is done with the following declaration, like structure date and time and events 100. So 100, we are setting an array name event. So the array event is declared to contain 100 element of type struct date and time. So the fourth date and time contained within the arrays referred in the usual way as the events 3, and the ith date in the array can be sent to your date update function as follows. So events I dot s date is equals to date update is equals to events dot I dot s date, because date will be same. Okay, so to set the first time in the array to noon, the series of statement will be like this. So because we are setting it to the first index number, so we'll be initializing it with 0. So because we are setting it for the first time and we have to access the first element of the array, that is the 0 index number. So s time r will be set to 12. So they are going, okay, so they are going to noon. So 12:00 can be used. Okay, fairly enough. Mm, structures containing arrays. So the as the heading of the section implies, it is possible to define structures that contain arrays as a member. One of the most common application of this type is getting up an array of characters inside a structure. For example, suppose you want to define a structure called month, okay, that contains as its member the number of days in the month as well as 3 characters abbreviation of the month name. Okay, So we are defining a structure month. So struct month, inside that int the number of days, char name, three-letter name like the abbreviation. So the following definition does the job. Okay, so we are setting, I guess, a month here with the three-letter abbreviation, and the number of days can be set. So this setup of the month, let's see how it is working. So they are uh, doing something like array, defining an array. So you can set the proper field inside a month for January with the following sequence, like statement is equals to number of days they have mentioned, month dot. So they have used a, hey buddy, hi Yash, hi. So here they have done month dot number of days. So days is set to 31 because January has 31 days, and we are known that we have to use three characters abbreviation for the month name. So similarly like JAN, and okay, pretty good. Or you can initialize the variable to the name value of the following statement like this. So if you don't want to do like this, you can do like this. It's like passing an argument to something. So you know that you have already defined this function, or you have already defined this character, not character, structure. So you can be writing in this way that 31 can be referred to as the number of days, and after that the array is defined as JAN, the three abbreviations of the starting of month. So to go one step further, you can set up 12-month structures inside an array to represent each month of the year like this. Okay, 12 months. Illustrate the month array. Its purpose is simply to set up the initial values. Let's do this. We have done struct. Okay, let's create another one. Micro. Wow, program to illustrate structures and arrays. Okay, so let's do one thing. Struct underscore arr array dot c. Till this, it is same. You can just directly do this. Okay, let's begin the program here. And what it is doing, let's see. Because it might be illustrate the month arrays. Its purpose is to simply set up the initial value inside the array and then display these values at the terminal. It might be easier for you to conceptualize the notation that is used to reference particular element of the month array as defined in the program examining 9.3. What is program 9.3? Okay, I think it was related to day, date, and month. Okay. This is here, I guess, leap year and all. Okay, good. Okay, so they will be using a similar concept. Okay, I got it. Where it is. Okay, so now for the looping, I think looping we have done. Yes, we are doing looping inside this. So we will be defining an variable int I for the looping. And now what we'll be doing, we will be defining a structure, struct keyword. We are working on month, so let's define month. Start this function. So int number of days. So you can do like NOD number of days, and character will be as the name and 3 because we are using three initial letters, initial characters of the month to define them. Now what we'll be doing, we'll be defining a const here and struct month, because it is we have to give the three initial letters and also tell the that how many days are present in that particular month. So let's define months and mm, okay, since it is set to 12 because there are 12 months, so we'll be setting it to 12. X equals to, we can copy this data from here Hmm, should we? Okay, pretty good. So we are deep in this particular thing. It is like number of days present and the abbreviation. So it is working like this. What we can do now? We can do print. So we want the months and the number of days inside them. So we want the print the result. So like month and month. I think it is taking from here. Okay, I guess it's working now. Months and number of days. Number of days. Okay, new line character. So they should be, it should be coming in a structure or something, and we'll be doing printf. And this is just a fancy way of writing. So we can define a table here. So copy it like this. I cannot copy. Can I copy this full here? Hmm. Okay, pretty good. It should be coming here, and okay, it should be working now. And now we'll be printing the array for because we want the abbreviations. So for I is equals to 0, I is equals to 0, and I will be going till the month, the last month, that is 12. And also we'll be iterating the value, so we'll be using I plus plus. We'll be starting a for loop here, and what we'll be printing, so we want to print the characters. So print %c three times, I guess. %c, %c, %c. Okay, so now what we will be doing, because the 3 letters of the month will be printed here, and we will be giving a yo, hi Nico Bellic. So what we'll be doing, to give it a little bit adjustment or something. So what we'll be doing now, since now we want, first things first, we want the number of days. So firstly we are writing the name of the month, from that is defined by the 3-letter abbreviation. So we have done %c. Now we'll be writing %i for the integer thing, and let's, okay, it's pretty good now. And now what, okay, we cannot just do like this, we have to give the variables. Okay, so for that, since we don't know which month will be coming, okay, so for that, we can define it like, since it is an array, so months and I dot name, and just the starting like 0 and comma, and similarly all of the above. Okay, so month 0 comma here also, but in place of this index number 1, in place of this index number 2. Okay, so we are printing each and every number. What we can do now, comma, and we need to print the number of days, and for that we're doing again months, and I, oh my mistake, I dot number of days. So for number of days, which variable I have defined, nod, I have defined nod. So we can do dot nod. Yes, cybersecurity will be a big thing in future. Mm. Okay, the program is all right, I guess now. Control S, so problem here, printf, control S, problem here. Okay, it's a bracket of 4. What we'll be doing like this, control S. So I think there are no errors, control SQ. Let's compile this. GCC struct uh, arr.c, and we will be writing the output to struct arr. Let's run this program. Struct arr, hit enter. So yeah, we got it. So January has 31 days, February 28. We know the what will be the result. We already know that what will be the result. So let's see the program once again how it is working. So in the main program, what we have done, mm, okay, everything. So we have defined everything in a single program. But what we have done, firstly we have taken int I for running the loop, pretty basic. Then we have defined a structure that is month, and month is defined as the number of days and the name it has. So for that we have defined another variable that is struct month, and we have not struct month, it's month array, and we have defined const because it should be equal throughout the program. It should not be changed. So we have given a way of writing this. So we have defined that there are 12 months. So you should be going from I0, that is this. So since it is an array, so this will be marked as 0 index. So at 0th index, this will be called, and at this place, name will be called, and name is just like this array, and at name array, 0th index like j will be called. Similarly, when we move next, so month I dot name 1 will be called. So if it is 0, so a will be called, then name 2 at index 2, then n will be called. So it's a way of writing the January as Jan, and at last we will be just printing the number of days. So printing the number of days, what we can do, months dot I and dot nod. So nod will be defined as like this. Pretty basic. Nod, okay, name is defined here. We have not defined any. mm, okay, so we have already given the structure here that firstly the number of days will be coming and then the name. So it already knows when we are calling the number of days how it will be calling it. Pretty cool. Do you have a Discord? Yes, I have a Discord. You can see on my channel. uh, Let me give you my Discord here also. Don't switch. Invite people, copy. uh, you can see, you can access this code from here. Thanks. Okay, so moving forward, let's clear this. Nice. So we have seen the program, we have seen an illustration how we can print the month, the name of the month, starting with the abbreviation of 3 letters and the number of days it has. So moving forward, we have already seen, we don't need to go inside the explanation. So I got something on the Discord. By the way, it would be better if you place your webcam overlay towards the top right. Okay, programs are not visible at top right. So like if I do the positioning, and it will be here, somewhere here. Okay, no problem. Should not be making any problem now, but I guess it is. Problem is still there. Where is the obvious studio? Because now if I write something here and if I do micro C, okay, it will be covered. No. Previous angle was good because programs are not that much longer. I can shorten the. Okay, it is better. It's better now. I think this will be hidden, but I will be scrolling down. If something is not visible, you can tell. Okay, now it's visible. And let's see what it is doing. So inside months, like structure months, so for the zeroth indexing, every indexing till 12, every indexing till 12, it's better. Okay. So every indexing till 12, it's equal because we have defined different months from 1 to 12. So for the zeroth index number or the January month, what we have defined? We have defined two components inside the structure, that is number of days and dot name. So in dot name, we have defined another array as 012, index 012, and the initialization like three letters abbreviation of the month. So it's pretty basic, and you should be knowing that how this come here. Let me just, if it is not visible, let me just do this. So the last thing, that is months, then the I dot number of days. NOD is number of days. So how that is extracted. So this is how it is extracted. Why so many tabs open in Brave browser? I think so. I think something, something I am getting on Discord. So, okay, so it's some kind of interaction going in the what you call this, Discord. Okay, carry on. I will see it later. Where is my stream? Okay, so we have seen this how it is working. So structure variants. So you do have some flexibility in defining a structure. So first, it is valid to declare a variable to be a particular structure type at the same time, so that the structure is defined. Okay, so they are saying to declare a variable for a particular structure. Okay, so this is done simply by including the variable name or names before terminating the semicolon. Like this. I am also learning C. Good, brother. Good. If you are learning C, it's good. So good. Nice. Okay, let's not pay attention to Discord now. Okay, so what we are doing outside the outside the structure, we are defining two variables. Okay, so defines the structure date and also declares the variable today's date and purchase date to be of this type. So to be of this type, but we have not defined any kind of data type here. So this is done by simply including the variable name. Let me just read it again. So you do not have some flexibility in defining a structure. Okay, so first it is valid to declare a variable to be of particular structure type at the same time, so that the structure is defined. So this is done by simply including the variable name. Okay, so we are including some of the variables before terminating the structure. Okay, pretty good. Okay, so we can also just inside the structure, not inside the structure, before terminating the structure, we can also define a variable or set a value to a variable, or just like this, it has today's date and it is set to 1/11/2005. So define the structure date and variable today's date with the initial values as indicated. If all of the variables of a particular structure type are defined when the structure is defined, so the structure name can be omitted. So the statement, okay. Pretty good. Now, okay, so there they have used a keyword or specified that date is a structure, but here they have only defined a structure, but outside they have, before terminating the semicolon, they have defined something like date 100. Okay, pretty good, no problem. So like we have done before, we were working on present date, or okay, let me just check it once. So once we define structure, so it's like this only, struct date tomorrow. So define a variable like struct date, and after that variable we define something. Okay, so you can do after completing the structure before, and you can write that before ending the semicolon. Where were we? Where were we? Hmm. Okay, characters. This is too much. Why? Okay, lot interaction going on. Nice. Let me just mute the system. Hmm. Okay. Lol, sorry to disturb on Discord. No problem. You guys carry on. No problem. Struct variants we have seen how we can define. So you just after defining the structure, you like write like this struct date and today's date. So you can like write like this. It makes no problem. So I think we are done with the structures thing. Exercise you can practice on your own. I was planning to add the book on the Discord too. So let me just also, because it is a purchased book, I cannot directly add into the list. Wait for 1 minute. I know, brother D&D. I know I can do, but apart from my server that I have created, there are a lot of things that is important on Discord. I cannot ignore. I can mute a particular server, I guess. Let's see later. I will be seeing it later. No problem. I got something. Where's the stream? Okay. Okay. Let's begin our new topic. Okay. No need to say sorry, yaar. Interact, yeah. No problem. Control SQ. Before this, I think I have skipped some topic because structure was yesterday when I was covering structure, a lot left. Let me just quickly see if I have left something. Tomorrow, initializing structures, structure with array, storing the time, date. Okay, I think I have missed the time thing, and also mm, is the year leap year. Mm, Okay, I think this program we have not done. Revising the program to determine tomorrow's date version 2. So include stdio.h. We are working with bool. So stdbool.h. Defining structure, date, int, month, day, and year. Function to calculate tomorrow's date. We have already seen how to calculate. So what I was telling, you can just write this date update, this new function here before the semicolon. That is what I was saying. I think I have not covered this program, but I have covered this program to update tomorrow's date, but it has a special feature that it is function to find the number of days in a month. Okay. So it is also doing something for leap year. Okay, let's make this program. Do we have something like leap year or no? macroleap year.c. Okay, so till where we can, so this is pretty much basic. Okay, so we have not defined any program and we are just directly defining the structures. Okay, so we have defined the program here and here. So the main program is written here int main void. Okay, no problem. So let's just work with the structures first, then we'll be doing here this. So struct keyword, and we are working with date. So three parameters that we'll be passing like int. So since it is an format of month, date and year, so similarly we'll be doing that day. Okay, nice. Int month. hmm, Oh, sorry, year. Int wait month year. Okay, it's done now. What we are defining? Anything left to define? So now we are just calculating the function. So we'll be calling struct date here, and we are defining a function. So let's the function name to be date. Okay, date update. Okay, date update, and the arguments which we need. The arguments what the arguments we'll be needing. The struct date, we need the structure, and the specific variable which we'll be targeting is today. So we need to first take input for the today's date, then we will calculate the future date or tomorrow's date. So struct date today, new variable today. Okay, no problem. I think it's working fine. So since it is, we are defining a new function, no need to terminate with semicolon. Let's start the program. So we need to calculate tomorrow's date also. So what we'll be doing, struct tomorrow tmrw. Okay, so first we will name the date struct or now new variable tomorrow. Now what we'll be doing, hmm, we have defined the date update we have done. Okay, let's just define few more things because we need the number of days also, and number of days will be stored in this date format. So int number of days, and since it will be in a format of structure again, so structure date, and let's name a new variable date. We cannot say let d. They have taken d now. Yes, they have taken d. Now we will be taking three case. That is what we have done tomorrow. First case is that if today date is not equal to the number of days today. So uh, what it is, I will tell that if the today's day, for example, today's what is today? Today is 27. So 27 should not be equal. So it will be only proceeding when 27 is not equal to the number of days today. So today is like if it is month, if it is the ending of the month, if it is like 27 is not equal to 31, so it will be just increasing the date. If what happens when it's not the case, why my mouse is not working? Okay, it is working now. So if sometime not sometime, but if it happens that today is 31 and the number of days present in the present month it's 31, so 31 matches 31, so we cannot just write like tomorrow dot day is equals to today date plus 1, so it will be like 32. So to deal with this error, what we can do, we can just, since 31 is the last date and we know that tomorrow will be the shift of month, okay, so month will be there will be one will be added to the number of month, so it will be 11. So what we'll be doing, we'll be taking two cases first, that if firstly we will handling the error of the last date of the month, second we will be handling the new year, and third is the default case. So first will be the default case, third will be the handling of the month, and second will be the handling of year. So you can write like if today date is equals to number of days and write this concept, and in else block you can write simply like this, but it's better to first do the large chunk case that will be used much. So what we can do now, so following a concept, what we can do, we have defined a variable today, and that day is present. So today day should not be equals to the number of day in the month. So number of day, that is nod in today. I think I have defined the number of month here. Number of days int nod struct date d. Okay, so it will be calculating the number of days in this month. So it is what it is doing. It is calculating the number of days in today. And what is today? We have defined that today is like structure of date. And what is the structure of date? Structure of date is like present here. And we know that number of days can only be defined for the month. So it is by default calculating the number of days in the month, present month. So it will be what the user that is entering the date, it will be extracting the month from there and will be calculating that. And I think I have given something in the later on, some kind of array. Yes, we have given. Okay, so we have taken this case. Now what we will be doing, if it does not follow, so what you will be doing, so tomorrow tmr dot day should be today dot day plus 1. Okay, perfectly fine. And tomorrow month will be same. Tomorrow dot month will be same as today dot month, because there is a shift of date, not month. And tomorrow dot year will be same as today dot year. Let's check. Today year semicolon, tomorrow year. We have defined to tmrw. Yes, we have defined here. Okay, pretty good. So now the next block, that is else if. So now we'll be handling the case of new year. So if today dot month is the final month, like it's 12, so what we'll be doing now, the date will be shifted to 1, month will be shifted to 1. We have to uh, write it explicitly, like tomorrow dot day is equals to 1, tmrw dot month is equals to 1, but the year will be like the present year, like today year plus 1. So dot year is equals to today dot year plus 1. Okay, we need to come out this, and I have already defined this how it is working. So this is the standard case. This is the standard case. This is the case of month. If today dot day is equals to number of days present in the particular month, like if I enter 31 October 2025, so what it will be doing, it will be extracting the today's date, that is 31, and the number of days present in the October, so it will be equal. So if the statement will be equal, so this block of statement will be executed. So since it is 31 October, so what will be the next date? It's 1st November. So tomorrow day will be set to 1, and month will be 1 plus added, 1 will be added to it. And I have to correct this, I guess. Mm. Mm. Let's write here tmrw. Okay, so now we have defined the date, how it will be working. So since we are passing a structure here and in return we need something, I don't know whether they have used or not. Let me just check if they have used. Yes, they have used return tomorrow. So we have to return the state to tomorrow, tmrw. Okay, the program ended here. Now new program for counting the number of days. So int nod. So I've already told that C program is not known that how many number of days and how many months you are referring to. So we will be making an array here to tell that how many number of days are present in particular month. So for that we will be defining a function like nod, like this function, and we will write the definition of this function here. So struct date d, and now we'll be defining the function. So int and days, system spike. Let me just close something. Go fetch. Okay. Mm, okay. Let's leave everything. So since we have used a standard bool library, so we'll be dealing the concept with bool because we want to check now the leap year. So for that, firstly leap year will be checked here, I guess. But I think they are using, yes, they are using the concept of leap year, because if a year is a leap year, so the day of the, the, I think it will be written like d, because d is defined d dot month if the month is second month, and if the year is a leap year, so the day of month will be, just subtracted by 1. So it will be, so in normal cases it is 28, but in the case of leap year it will be 29. Okay, so let's do one thing. Bool is leap year, is leap, let's take as leap. And what we'll be doing, sir, I was born on leap year. Sir, I was born on leap year. Okay, 2003 January. Born on leap year. Okay, so I thought you were born on like this date, 29 October, 29 February, or 28 February. Okay, nice. Quantum vortex. So please reply, sir. I am from a small village, sir. कर तो दिया भाई reply. Am I not audible? Where were we? So we were in is leap. Okay. So similarly, we'll be giving again the struct date t, because leap year will be working inside the structure. And let's just write the, because we need to give an array of the number of days in a particular month. So we'll be using const. So it will be, constant throughout the program, const days per month, or days month. Okay, so now we'll be defining an array. So since it is 12 months, so nice curly braces, 12 months. Now the use of curly braces, so 31, 28, 31, 30, 31. Nice. Why 2 times 31? So January, February, March, April, May. Let's copy it from here, yeah. Hmm. Pretty good. And at last, work with the semicolon. So we have defined the variable that we needed. Now we'll be taking two statements. If the year will be a leap year, and we need to change the second month. So days dot not d dot month, because we have taken days month uh, is leap. Okay, is leap. mm, I think firstly, okay, we are also defining is the same problem I have. So we will be defining the definition of is leap year, how it is defined. So then only uh, this particular function will know how to react in this case, because we have directly used is leap here. So I think yes, they have given a definition of is leap here, how it is working. So we'll be using that direct the algorithm for finding the leap year. So is leap, and we are using logical and the day should be the day of the month should be also equals to 2. So d, because we have defined the number of day, d dot month. We cannot directly assign month. So days per month is already defined here. We need to change something in days per month, na? So d dot, and we are talking about a particular month. Okay, so d dot month, if it is equals to 2, then what you need to do, rate from Lavkesh Solanki. है क्या है लवकेश सोलंकी यार? क्लिप्स बाय पार्कर, इज योर नेम लवकेश सोलंकी? ऐसे रैंडम चीज मत लिखा करो यार, कंफ्यूज हो जाता हूँ. Days, so it's this part is pretty confusing now. See, there's a one error I got. Date. Okay, so we are changing d dot month here, and days is set to 29. So how we are altering that in the array? The problem is how we are altering that in the array, because we have not used this thing here. Okay, I think they have used it. So they have taken default case of 28, and if it is not, if this condition not follows, like if it is not a leap year, no, daddy's lucky Solanki. Daddy's lucky Solanki. So which college आए from? अरे यार क्या फर्क पड़ता है कॉलेज से, हूँ भी नहीं मैं कॉलेज में. uh, this part is pretty confusing, because they have written days is equals to 29, but they are not dealing with arrays. But what they are doing, okay, I know, I got to know that they have set days to 29, but they have given the new arena here. I bet he's from the top varieties. How do you know यार? कैसे? ये कैसे पता चला? लिंक्डइन तो मैंने कहीं दिया नहीं अपना, पर कैसे पता चला? Please wait a moment. हम्म, भाई क्या क्या है ये? I am JS friend sir. I am from ST category and my name is Lavkesh Solanki. So उसके बाद क्या करूँ भाई? So you possess the highest minds, an individual can have the psyche conclusion that you are IITian. हाँ? क्या भाई क्या चल रहा है ये? are these two channels, this quantum vertex clips by Parker, are you friends or something, or you both are same? So let's not go in the chat. Let's just focus here. How this day is 29. So if it is a leap year, so we know that in the leap year case, d dot month is equals to when second second month. So days will be set. You mama told me. अलग ही चल रहा है. Mm, so now what they are doing, else days is equals to days per month. In that category, d dot month minus 1. So it is like d dot month minus 1. ये कैसे होएगा यार, ये यहाँ पे. Hmm, let's leave this program here. First, we should be seeing how this is working. So bool. Oh, nice. So did D is डबल, दो बार ऐसा आ गया इसमें. स्ट्रक D हो गया. ठीक है. ब्रैकेट क्लोज. ब्रैकेट क्लोज कर रहा हूँ, ओपन हो जा रहा है. स्टार्ट द न्यू प्रोग्राम. Set this as bool leap year. Bool is leap. Okay, हो गया. Bool leap year flag. They are taking again another thing. Oh, nice. Okay, so वो तो उसके लिए लिया है वेरिएबल. ठीक है, ठीक है, ठीक है. यहाँ तक ठीक है. They have written a concept if d dot year. So d is a particular date. क्या कर रहे हो यार चैट में. Hmm. सो लीप ईयर का कॉन्सेप्ट यहाँ पे ख़त्म हुआ. डी डॉट ईयर में गए. परसेंट डिवाइड 400. और हमने लीप ईयर फ्लैग ट्रू कर दिया. एल्स लीप ईयर फ्लैग इज सेट टू फॉल्स. रिटर्न लीप ईयर फ्लैग. ओके, सो यहाँ पे लीप ईयर का कॉन्सेप्ट लिख दिया. उसके बाद लीप ईयर फ्लैग सेट टू फॉल्स, रिटर्न रिटर्न, ठीक है, हो गया, ये हो गया। हम्म, अब इसके बाद स्लीप ईयर फ्लैग, स्लीप को यहाँ पे कॉल किया गया है। ओके, सो नाउ, सो यहाँ पे डेट 29 सेट हो सकता है। ठीक है, ठीक है, ठीक है। इसके बाद क्या कर सकते हैं, एल्स। अब ओके, सो डेज विल बी इज इक्वल्स टू, हम एरे लेंगे यहाँ से, डेज मंथ, ये वाला एरे लेंगे, और हमें माइनस करना है डेज में से। क्या फॉर्मेट लिखा है उन्होंने, डी डॉट मंथ माइनस वन। यस, डी डॉट मंथ माइनस वन, ठीक है। तो डी डॉट मंथ, बिकॉज प्रीवियस मंथ पे जाएगा वो, डी डॉट मंथ माइनस वन, ठीक है। हम्म, ये हो सकता है। इसके बाद हमने इंट कहाँ पे यूज़ किया है, यहाँ स्ट्रक्चर यूज़ किया है तो यहाँ रिटर्न दे दिया। इसके बाद यहाँ पे एक रिटर्न देना पड़ेगा, रिटर्न, इस पे इंट डेज, ठीक है, तो डेज पे रिटर्न जाते हैं, ठीक है। अब हमारा मेन प्रोग्राम आएगा, इंट मेन वॉइड। अब मेन प्रोग्राम का स्ट्रक्चर क्या लिया है, स्ट्रक्ट डेट, डेट अपडेट, अरे तो बेसिक है यार, तो यहाँ से इससे में रुक जाओ। सबसे पहले स्ट्रक्चर डेट बनाया, फिर डेट अपडेट का बनाया। निको बेलिक, बाय मैन, हैव अ नाइस डे, थैंक यू सर। Can you write in C++ for that? No, I cannot write. I don't know how to write in C++. Uh, struct date, date update हो गया, ठीक है। ये तो कॉन्सेप्ट हो गया डेट को अपडेट करने का। फिर ये काउंटिंग द नंबर ऑफ डेज, और फिर स्पेशल हमने यहाँ पे एरर हैंडलिंग किया लीप ईयर का, और इसको यहाँ पे डिफाइन किया। उसके बाद वी हैव मेन मेड अ मेन फंक्शन हेयर, स्ट्रक्ट डेट, दो बार स्ट्रक्ट डेट क्यों है भाई? अच्छा, ठीक है। डेट अपडेट स्ट्रक्ट टुडे, यहाँ से ये गलत हुआ है। So don't ignore, we are the reason you're making here. It's totally arrogant and just expecting that you are ignoring us attitude. हैं? क्या बोलूं यार तुम्हें मैं, यहाँ खुद परेशानी चल रही है। स्ट्रक्ट डे, डेट अपडेट, हाउ मच आर योर हेडफोन्स फॉर? ये ऐसी हैं यार, ये पता नहीं, गिफ्टेड है टुडे। ओके, यहाँ पे एक दिक्कत है, बिकॉज हमने ऊपर फंक्शन जो कॉल किया था डेट, डेट अपडेट, उसे यहाँ चेंज करना पड़ेगा। नाइस। डेट, डेट अपडेट, स्ट्रक्ट डेट टुडे, दिस डे से तो कोई भी नहीं बनाया मैंने। स्ट्रक्ट डेट टुडे, इतना ही होगा ना, ठीक है। फिर इसके बाद सिंस हमने फंक्शन कॉल किया है तो सेमी कॉलन से टर्मिनेट करना पड़ेगा, फिर दोबारा से दिस डे और नेक्स्ट डे। दिस डे हमने कहीं डिफाइन किया है क्या? दिस डे हमें यूज़र से लेना है। जीपीटी मारो, जीपीटी मारो, किसे मारो भाई? वी कैन सॉल्व एनीथिंग सर थ्रू ब्लैक मैजिक। अच्छा, अब जीपीटी मारो। सर इज द मैजिक डन बाय सॉल्विंग ब्लैक मैजिक। क्या बात करी है जल्दी, क्या बताऊं तुम्हें मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ। स्ट्रक्ट डेट, जीबीटी मारो। अलग ही बंदे हैं यार। दिस डे भी है, यहाँ पे एक नया फंक्शन डिफाइन करेंगे, दिस डे, दिस डे, ओके। अबे यार क्या है, टाइपिंग है क्या है? दिस डे, नेक्स्ट डे, जीपीटी करो। मोहम्मद फैज़ान भाई क्यों करना है जीपीटी, बताओ रीज़न दो मेरे को, मैं तभी अभी जीपीटी करूँगा अगर पता चला मैं क्यों करना है। नेक्स्ट डे हमने का ले लिया। नेक्स्ट डे हमने पिछली बार क्या यूज़ किया था, हमने टुमारो यूज़ किया था ना, तो टी एम आर डब्ल्यू बुलाएंगे हम। ठीक है, तो प्रिंट एफ एंटर टूडेज डेट, ठीक है, दिस डे डॉट मंथ, दिस डे डॉट डे, दिस डे डॉट ईयर, ठीक है। नेक्स्ट डे इज इक्वल्स टू डेट अपडेट दिस डे। अब इसको ऊपर कैसे पता चलेगा, क्योंकि यहाँ तो टुमारो वगैरह ऐड किया हुआ है ना। ओके सो ऊपर से फंक्शन उठा के यहाँ पे आर्ग्यूमेंट्स डाल दिए दिस डे और नेक्स्ट डे, तो यहाँ पे तो ब्रैकेट्स आएंगे। स्ट्रक्ट डेट टुडे नहीं काम करेगा ये। डेट अपडेट में यू स्मॉल आएगा। थैंक यू फॉर मेकिंग आवर डे सर, यू मे थैंक अस एज वेल फॉर मेकिंग आवर डे, नाउ या गुड बाय गुड नाइट। जीपीटी कर देता अच्छी ये टाइपिंग, जीपीटी कर देता अच्छी टाइपिंग, हाँ भाई, जीपीटी जीपीटी है। बाय बाय बाय। डेट अपडेट सेट कर दिया दिस डेट पे, प्रिंट एफ टुमारो डेट इज डेट डॉट डे। क्या किया है ये? ऊपर के दो फंक्शंस यूज़ किए, स्ट्रेट डेट अपडेट में यूज़ स्मॉल आएगा यार, स्ट्रेट डेट अपडेट। उसके अलावा कुछ भी यूज़ नहीं किया, क्योंकि इस लीप इसमें यूज़ हुआ है, नंबर ऑफ डेज इसमें यूज़ हुआ है, और फाइनली डेट टुमारो वाला तो हुआ ही नहीं है कुछ। तो फाइनली हमने इस फंक्शन को यूज़ किया टुडे, और हमने दो आर्ग्यूमेंट पास करे, दिस डे और नेक्स्ट डे। थैंक यू फॉर ब्राइट लाइफ, थैंक यू भाई, थैंक यू, बाय बाय। एरोगेंट नहीं यार, मैं इसमें थोड़ा ज़्यादा लगा हुआ था, एरोगेंट की कोई बात नहीं है। अगर मैं कोई सीरियस काम नहीं कर रहा होता फिर मैं बताता तुम्हें। लवकेश सोलंकी कौन है भाई ये? लवकेश सोलंकी भाई, थैंक यू, बाय बाय। कहाँ से हो भाई? क्योंकि अगर मैं फ्री होता, कसम से अगर मैं फ्री होता तो मैं पूरे मजे लेता तुम्हारे, पर अभी इसमें अटक गया मैं। बाय ब्रो, बाय बाय। चांद से है लवकेश सोलंकी, चांद पे ही आ रहा हूँ भाई, इसे जरूर पकड़ूंगा मैं, चांद पे ही आता हूँ। रुक जा, ये प्रोग्राम खत्म करने दो, चांद पे ही आता हूँ फिर। कंट्रोल एस, अरे भाई बहुत एरर है इसमें तो। एक एरर यहाँ पे है, इंट नॉट स्ट्रक्ट डेट। अरे भाई क्या क्या एरर आ गया? स्ट्रक्ट की स्पेलिंग तो ठीक लिखी है मैंने, और क्या एरर आया है? एक एरर यहाँ आया एनओडी में, नंबर ऑफ डेज, हाँ नंबर ऑफ डेज वाले में एरर है। डिफाइन किया है क्या कहीं? यहाँ करा है। डेट अपडेट लास्ट में यूज़ किया, हर जगह एरर है इसमें तो। ये मैन व्हाट्स योर इंस्टा आईडी बाय द वे? क्या करोगे, इंस्ट मैं हूँ ही नहीं भाई इंस्टाग्राम पे, मेरी फ़ोटो डाल के देख लो। एक तुम्हें चलो तुम्हें और बढ़िया तरीका बताता हूँ, हैकर होने में कुछ तो फ़ायदा हो, एक ब्राउज़र है ये इंडेक्स पे डाल लेना मेरी फ़ोटो, मिल जाए तो ठीक है, नहीं तो फिर तो बढ़िया ही है। लिंक्डइन तो शायद मिल जाएगा तुम्हें, इंस्टा नहीं मिलेगा। लास्ट क्वेश्चन है इस बार, पूछो भाई। इंस्टा पे हुई नहीं भाई, मैं कहाँ से दे लेगा इंस्टा आईडी। अब यहाँ एरर है, यहाँ पे भी एरर है, इसमें भी एरर है। अब यहाँ तो प्रोग्राम ख़त्म करना है, उसका एरर आएगा, कंट्रोल एस। ओके नया एरर आ गया। अरे भाई, भाई वो आईआईटी में बिजी है, इंस्टा नहीं चलाता। आईआईटी में कौन कह रहा है मैं तुम्हें आईआईटी से हूँ यार, मैं हूँ टायर टायर, उस कॉलेज को किसी टायर में भी तुम कंसीडर करोगे? नहीं मानो, मैं टायर 1 2 3 में भी नहीं है यार वो। इंस्टा चलाता हूँ भाई मैं, चलाता हूँ इंस्टा। गेस्ट अकाउंट से चलाता हूँ। इसका एरर रिजॉल्व करते हैं। डे डॉट मंथ यहाँ पे दिक्कत है, इसमें प्रोग्राम में दिक्कत ही दिक्कत है। सबसे पहला इंट नोड स्ट्रक्टेड डी, डी मैंने कहीं डिफाइन नहीं किया। करोगे क्या भाई, क्या करोगे? पढ़ने दो भाई, मैं पढ़ाने नहीं आया भाई, मैं खुद पढ़ रहा हूँ। पढ़ने दो प्लीज़, रिक्वेस्ट है। ऐड कम अगेन। अच्छा तुम दोनों क्लिप्स बाय पार्कर और क्वांटम वर्टेक्स, एक चीज़ बता के जाना दोनों कि यूट्यूब से रिकमेंड होके आए हो या फिर तुम्हें कहीं से लिंक मिला है? यूट्यूब ने रिकमेंड किया है स्ट्रीम? ऑनेस्टली बताना, इसमें कोई वो नहीं, हंसी मजाक नहीं। क्योंकि आज तो मैंने अपनी लाइव स्ट्रीम कहीं शेयर भी नहीं करी, मैं डायरेक्ट स्ट्रीम खोल के बैठ गया। एरर कहाँ आ रहा है इसमें? स्ट्रक्ट डेट, डेट अपडेट, स्ट्रक्ट डेट टुडे, टुडे टुडे टुडे, ओके। एक काम करते हैं, कंट्रोल एस क्यू जीसीसी मारते हैं, इसे पता चलेगा। लीप ईयर डॉट सी, आउटपुट लिखेंगे इसका लीप ईयर में। हाँ भाई बताओ क्या दिक्कत है? हाँ, स्टैटिक डिक्लेरेशन ऑफ नोड फॉलोज नॉन स्टैटिक डिक्लेरेशन। पहले डिक्लेयर नहीं किया मैंने एनओडी, तो इसने भी डिक्लेयर नहीं किया। एंड नंबर ऑफ डेज, यूट्यूब रिकमेंड मी, आई शेयर टू क्लिप्स बाय पाकर। हाँ पता चले, वो तो मेरे को पता चल गया था कि तो आपस में मैंने बहुत किया है भाई, मैंने बहुत किया है, कोई बात नहीं। वो है ना कर्मा, कर्मा रिटर्न्स। तुमने तो कुछ नहीं किया, मैंने बहुत बुरा बुरा किया हुआ है। कहाँ था मैं? एरर रिजॉल्व कर रहा था मैं। सो एरर आ रहा है डेट अपडेट में, जिसमें एन ओ डी में एरर आ रहा है, जिसमें कह रहा है कि स्टैटिक डिक्लेरेशन नोड का नहीं हुआ है। ओके, डिक्लेरेशन ऑफ एन ओ डी टाइप एंड स्ट्रक्ट डेट, और फिर डेज मंथ में हुआ इज नॉट अ फंक्शन। पर ये तो एरे है, स्पेलिंग भी सेम है यार। कॉन्स्ट डेट 31 डिक्लेयर्ड हेयर, ऊपर नीचे करने की वजह से हुआ है कुछ। दिस डे ठीक है, यहाँ पे ठीक कर लेता हूँ वैसे। हम्म, ए एन ओ डी में एरर बता रहा है यार। ये फंक्शन ओके ठीक है, ये फंक्शन मैंने क्लोज नहीं किया, तो ये फंक्शन बना ही नहीं, अब एरर नहीं आएगा। तो इसे यहाँ एरर दिखाना चाहिए था, ब्रैकेट नॉट क्लोज्ड का। आई कांट लिव विद इट, आई कैन लिव, आई एम अ बैड गाय। लीप ईयर ब्लॉ फ्लैग ट्रू, ठीक है। करो यार, एंजॉय का ही टाइम है करने का। इससे तो मैं ऊपर डी कैपिटल कर देता। अरे यार हर जगह चेंज करना पड़ेगा, ऊपर ही कर देता इससे तो। कंट्रोल एस, अभी भी एरर दिखा रहा है। अरे सेम एरर्स दिखा रहा है, एनओडी में एरर दिखा रहा है, अभी भी एनओडी में एरर दिखा रहा है। तो ब्रैकेट भी क्लोज कर दिया, ठीक है। ये यहाँ से यहाँ तक क्लोज है। स्टैटिक डिक्लेरेशन ऑफ नोड फॉलोज नॉन स्टैटिक डिक्लेरेशन, स्टैटिक डिक्लेरेशन यहाँ पे हुई है। पीपीएस डिक्लेरेशन ऑफ नोड विद टाइप इंट, पर यहाँ से इससे पहले तो मैंने नोड को डिफाइन ही नहीं किया। क्या यार, इंट ईयर हो गया, स्ट्रक्ट डेट, डेट अपडेट हो गया, पेज ठीक है क्या? एक मिनट, 174 175 176, क्या टाइम हो गया, कितना टाइम हो गया मैं स्ट्रीम पे? 1 घंटा 15 मिनट, ठीक है। आज इसे रिजॉल्व ही करते हैं। डेट टुमारो, डेट अपडेट, स्टॉक डेट टुडे। एनओडी में एरर दिखा रहा है ये। एनओडी टुडे एंड स्ट्रक्ट डेट। पर यहाँ मैंने डी लिखा है, यार डी दिखाई नहीं रहा है। नाइस। प्रीवियस डिक्लेरेशन ऑफ नोड विथ टाइप। प्रीवियसली मैंने नोड को डिफाइन ही नहीं किया यार। जीपीटी मारूं क्या? लाइक काम करते कंट्रोल एस क्यू जीसीसी स्टैटिक डिक्लेरेशन ऑफ नोड। पर मैंने स्टैटिक मेंशन ही नहीं किया यार, ऑटो ही है सारी। ऑटोमेटिक डिक्लेरेशन है, सारे वेरिएबल ऑटोमेटिक डिक्लेयर्ड है। स्टैटिक डिक्लेरेशन नहीं किया मैंने। इंट टाइप, ठीक है। विथ क्या टाइप? प्रीवियसली डिक्लेरेशन ऑफ नोड विद टाइप इंट। हाँ तो दोनों सेम ही तो है, फर्क क्या है दोनों में? इंट नोड मैंने यहाँ डिफाइन कर दिया, नंबर ऑफ डेज, और उसका डिफिनेशन मैंने यहाँ लिख दिया। हाँ इससे कुछ फ़र्क पैसे पड़ेगा नहीं, पर ट्राई करते हैं। स्टैक डेट ठीक डिफाइन किया है। नोड में एरर दिखा रहा है अभी भी। कंट्रोल एस करूँगा, अरे यार अभी भी सेम एरर दिखा रहा है। अब इस लीप ईयर में एरर दिखा रहा है। ओके ओके ठीक है। अब मेरे को लग रहा है कि मैं समझ गया। अब वो इंट में एरर दिखाएगा। अब वो यहाँ पे एरर नहीं दिखाएगा, अब वो यहाँ लीप ईयर में एरर दिखाएगा। पर लीप ईयर तो सॉर्टेड नहीं है क्योंकि यहाँ एल आएगा। ठीक है। अभी भी एरर दिखा रहा है डी डॉट मंथ। इस लीप ये भी चेक हो गया यहाँ से। कनिष्क का कनिष्क शेखावर। और सर क्या हाल चाल भाई? बढ़िया। आई एम वेरी गुड, यू टेल। अरे कुछ नहीं सर, बीएस फर्स्ट ईयर। अरे यार मेरा माइक ऑफ था क्या इतनी देर से? सॉरी सॉरी सॉरी। सर कुछ नहीं सर, बीएस फर्स्ट ईयर में आया हूँ कॉलेज में। बीएस बीएस किस में कर रहे हो यार? बीएस तो बैचलर ऑफ साइंस किस में कर रहे हो? ठीक है। आधे ज़्यादा एरर रिजॉल्व कर चुका मैनुअली। अब क्या एरर रह गया? कंट्रोल एस क्यू कंपाइल करके देखते हैं। डेज मंथ so called object days month is not a function or a function pointer. So I know it's not a function, but it's an array. So इसमें स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट्स यूज होंगे ना? कंट्रोल इसको लीप ईयर करते हैं, एक मिनट। इसमें स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट यूज होंगे शायद। मेरी तरफ से ही लॉजिकल एरर है कि मैंने स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट, यस। सो द प्रोग्राम इज सॉल्व नाउ आफ्टर अ लॉन्ग टाइम। क्योंकि ये एरे है, ये कोई फंक्शन नहीं है, तो यहाँ पे स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट्स यूज होंगे। कंट्रोल एस। अभी भी एरर दिखा रहा है, ठीक है। is leap and okay, the address of is leap will always evaluate as true. No problem. Control sq gcc leap year. It's not a error or something. Leap here, enter। फॉर्मेट क्या है? सो ये हमने पहले तो ये वाला केस लिया है कि लीप ईयर है कि नहीं। तो अगर 2/28 यानी कि डेट सेकेंड फरवरी 28 2000 ले लेते हैं, 2008 ले लेते हैं, 2004 ले लेते हैं, लीप ईयर है। तो टुमारोज डेट होना चाहिए 29 0068। नाइस, अलग ही है। और अगर देखा जाए तो इसमें एक प्रॉब्लम और आया है कि ईयर भी काम नहीं कर रहा, 00 हो गया। और इसको होना चाहिए था। अगर मैं इसको एक काम करता हूँ, इसी का एग्जांपल लेते हैं जो उसने लिया, -92। शायद लॉजिक में दिक्कत है, शायद परसेंट में दिक्कत आया है। अगर मैं नॉर्मल डेट लेता हूँ तो जैसे कि आज 27 अक्टूबर है। 20, ओके, सो 10/27/2026। Tomorrow's date is 0064। नाइस। अब देखना यहाँ पे क्या हुआ है। अब शायद जब मैं यहाँ कंट्रोल एस कर रहा हूँ तो लीप ईयर में कुछ प्रॉब्लम आया है। डी डॉट मंथ हो गया, इस लीप हो गया, सेट टू 29 डेज पर मंथ। सो यहाँ पे डी डॉट मंथ एक्सट्रैक्ट करेगा और उसको -1 कर देगा। ठीक है, नो प्रॉब्लम। ठीक है ठीक है। हेलो चैट। हमने अपना कॉन्सेप्ट चेक करना पड़ेगा कि डायरेक्टली कॉपी भी नहीं कर सकता मैं इसे, फिजिकली चेक करना पड़ेगा। ठीक है, ये सब वर्किंग है, ये भी वर्किंग है। ये भी वर्किंग है। क्या कर रहे हो भाई? भाई सी, वी आर डूइंग सी प्रोग्रामिंग और वी आर स्टक इन अ प्रोग्राम ऑफ स्ट्रक्चर्स। यार 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 क्या हो रहा है? एक और दिक्कत आई है कि यहाँ पे ब्रैकेट यहाँ क्लोज होना चाहिए था। ये दिक्कत है। कंट्रोल है, अरे नाइस, कंट्रोल एस। अभी भी यहाँ पे एरर दिखा रहा है, कोई नहीं, देखते हैं। एल्स का ब्लॉक कवर नहीं हो रहा था, वो हो चुका। रिटर्न टुमारो। इसको एक काम करते हैं, कंपाइल करके रन करते हैं। टुडेज डेट तो 10/27/2026। 26 है 25 है? 25। ओके, तो यहाँ पे अब ये काम कर रहा है। 26 है ना? ईयर कौन सा है? 25 है ना? हाँ ठीक है। सो यहाँ पे तो ये काम कर रहा है। और अगर मैं इसमें एक्सट्रीम लीप ईयर वाला केस लूँ कि 2nd of month 28 डेट है और 2000 ईयर है। सो टुमारोज डेट इज ओके, सो ये वर्क कर रहा है। 00 इज 2000 ईयर, और एक्सट्रीम केस लिया। अगर मैं सेम केस किसी नॉन लीप ईयर पे लूँ पर डेट हो 28 की और ईयर हो 2001, फिर क्या होगा? ओके, इसे को भी ये लीप ईयर कंसिडर कर रहा है। ठीक है, क्योंकि ये लीप ईयर का प्रोग्राम 29 यहाँ पे, इसे फर्स्ट 3-1 करना चाहिए था। हम्म, तो लीप ईयर वाला जो स्ट्रक्चर है उसे चेक करना पड़ेगा एक बार। यहाँ पे प्रॉब्लम है। लीप ईयर पे चलते हैं। एक तो ये ट्रू फॉल्स होना चाहिए, दूसरा डी डॉट मंथ जो है इज इक्वल्स टू 2 होना चाहिए। डी डॉट मंथ पे ही हम वर्क कर रहे हैं, ऊपर भी हम उसी पे काम कर रहे थे। रिटर्न डेज, सो एवरीथिंग इज वर्किंग फाइन टिल हेयर। 12 है यहाँ पे। प्रॉब्लम, द एड्रेस इज स्लीप विल ऑलवेज इवैल्यूएट एज ट्रू। आई नो इज स्लीप विल बी ऑलवेज इवैल्यूएटेड एज ट्रू, यहाँ चेक करना पड़ेगा। इफ इट्स ट्रू, यहाँ कुछ एरर आया है शायद। ओके, एरर समझ गया मैं। इफ लूप बंद नहीं हुआ, अगर मैं इसे फुल स्क्रीन करूँ तो प्रॉब्लम ये है कि ये सही से नहीं लिखा। आ, नहीं, ये सही से लिखा हुआ है यार, क्योंकि यहाँ से लेके यहाँ तक इसमें है, यहाँ से लेके यहाँ तक इसमें है। ठीक है, leap year flag is set to true, else it is false. But यहाँ it is saying, यहाँ पे it is saying कि the address of is leap will always evaluate as true, that कि ये प्रोग्राम always true evaluate करेगा। बट ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए, क्योंकि ईयर कैन बी, देयर कैन बी पॉसिबिलिटी कि यहाँ पे ईयर लीप ईयर ना हो। और कॉन्सेप्ट बिल्कुल सही लिखा हुआ है, रिटर्न लीप ईयर फ्लैग। किसी के पास कोई सजेशन इसके लिए? कि हमारा पूरा प्रोग्राम अब काम कर रहा है, बस लीप ईयर का एक प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है। एक काम करते हैं यार, आज थोड़ा इज्जत नीचे करके जीपीटी ही इस्तेमाल करते हैं, क्योंकि टाइम बहुत ले लिया। और पहली बार मैं अपनी स्ट्रीम पे जीपीटी इस्तेमाल करूँगा, रिसेंटली यूज्ड। लॉगिन भी नहीं होगा यार इस पे, chatgpt.com। लॉगिन ही नहीं है। पेस्ट, स्टे लॉग्ड आउट। देखते हैं क्या दिक्कत है। हाँ, यू आर वेरी क्लोज। उतना ही हुआ है बस कॉपी। should be like is leap d instead of calling the function is। okay, is leap खाली नहीं होना चाहिए, is leap d होना चाहिए। और शिट यार, ये चीज़ ध्यान नहीं दी। हाँ, मैं तभी सोचूं कि is leap डायरेक्टली कॉल कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे, तो इस फंक्शन इसे आना चाहिए, तो यहाँ पे d देना चाहिए, d पास होना चाहिए। नाइस, कंट्रोल एस। अब कोई एरर इसमें नहीं आएगा। हाँ, बहुत छोटा एरर था। ए आर जी सेट नहीं ब्रो, ए आर जी सेट नहीं ब्रो, मतलब हाँ लीप ईयर। अरे यार ठीक है, एंटर टू डेज डेट, तो मैं फिर एक्सट्रीम केस लूँगा। 2/28/2000 का। सो 22900 आ रहा है। और अगर मैं दोबारा से वही केस लूँ नॉन लीप ईयर का, 2/28/2003, सो ये मार्च में जाना चाहिए। ठीक है, सो प्रोग्राम फाइनली आफ्टर 30 minutes ऑफ मैनुअल डिबगिंग, बट एक स्टेप पे हमने यहाँ पे पूछा, क्योंकि यहाँ पे हमें डी पास करना चाहिए था। यहाँ पे इसने एक एरर करा है, एरे एक्सेस सिंटेक्स, एरे इज यूज स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट, और यहाँ पे पैरेंथेसिस यूज कर रहा है। हमने सही यूज करा है, स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट आएंगे ना, पैरेंथेसिस नहीं आएंगे यहाँ पे। ठीक है, आर्ग्यूमेंट्स। अब तो प्रोग्राम सही है भाई, अब क्या दिक्कत आ रही है बताओ? कि कौन सा आर्ग्यूमेंट किस लाइन में दिक्कत है? ARG में समझ गया आर्ग्यूमेंट से, पर किस लाइन में? लो मैं कोड दोबारा खोल देता हूँ, इतना कोड देख लो अच्छे से, कहाँ दिक्कत है बता दो मेरे को। मैं इतना आगे चलता हूँ क्योंकि स्ट्रक्चर हमने ऑलरेडी ख़त्म कर दिया था, एक प्रोग्राम रह गया था स्ट्रक्चर में, और आज हमें स्टार्ट करना था। व्हाट्स द टाइम? इट्स 11, ओके, अराउंड 11। सो आज हमें स्टार्ट करना था स्ट्रिंग्स, वर्किंग विद स्ट्रिंग्स, कैरेक्टर स्ट्रिंग्स। एक ब्रेक लेते हैं 5 मिनट का, उसके बाद स्टार्ट करते हैं। लेट्स टेक अ वाटर ब्रेक। भाई साहब सही, OBS स्टूडियो डिस्कनेक्टेड। ये क्यों भाई, ये क्यों हुआ? एम आई ऑडिबल? लैग तो नहीं आया? कोई नहीं, ऐसे ही होगा, रैंडम एरर। कहाँ से हो भाई? मैं इंडिया से, आई एम फ्रॉम इंडिया। लेट्स टेक अ ब्रेक, उसके बाद कंटिन्यू करते हैं। चैट्स रीड करता रहूँगा, मैं यहीं पे ही हूँ यार। ब्रेक लेने की ऐसे है नहीं बहुत कुछ, क्योंकि मैं माइक ऑफ करके ही पानी पी सकता हूँ। मैं इंडिया में कहाँ से हूँ? इंडिया में भाई मैं हूँ यूपी से। आई एम फ्रॉम यूपी, ओजी, दी ओजी स्टेट। Let's start again. Am I audible? I guess I'm audible now. Hmm. I should be audible now. Let's get back to our new unit. It's just starting in some few minutes. Okay, good. So where were we now? Let's start our new unit, that is character strings. So now you are ready to take a look. 1 minute. YouTube Vyadh. Hmm. Yes, sir, remember me? I am Labke Solanki. Yes, I remember you. So let's start a new unit. Let's exit this first. Clear the terminal. Mm, okay. So now you are ready to take a look at character strings in more detail. You were first introduced to character strings in chapter 3, compiling and running your first program, and you wrote your first C program in the statement like printf program C is fun. So the argument that is passed to the printf function is the character string. Okay. So this was the argument that we have passed. So the double quotation mark are used to delimit the character string, which can contain any combinations of letters, numbers, special characters other than a double quotation mark. Okay, so double quotation mark cannot be present inside another double quotation mark. So when introduced to data type character, you learn that a variable that is declared to be of this type can contain only a single character to assign a single character to such a variable. Okay, so the character is enclosed within a pair of single quotation mark. Okay, so for the assignment thing, we use single quotation, and for printing something, for using it as an argument, we use double quotation. So this has the effect of assigning the character plus to this plus sign to the variable plus sign, assuming it has been appropriately declared. So in addition, you learned that there's a distinction made between single quotation, double quotation marks, and that if plus sign is declared to be the type of character and the statement, it can be like written like this, but it is incorrect because we can not use double quotation mark for the assignment thing. So be certain your my camera angle is good or not. Yes. So be certain you remember that single quotation and double quotation marks are used to create two different type of constants in C. How much did you score in class 10? 95? I don't know. I don't remember. Above 90. 94 points. Above 90. I don't. Above 92, I should say. So, array of characters. Okay. Now we are dealing arrays. Characters with arrays. So, if you want to be able to deal with the variables that can hold more than a single character, and this is precisely where the array of characters comes into play. 1 minute. 1 minute. Okay. So we were working in arrays of characters. So if you want to able to deal with variables that can hold more than a single characters. So similarly, we have seen the case of integers. We have done in the structures. We have done defining the functions. We have seen how arrays are defined. Arrays are collection of similar data types. So this we are dealing with the data type characters. So characters can also be characterized in some kind of array. So in program 7.6, you define an array of characters called word as follows, like this. So remembering that in the absence of particular array size, the C compiler automatically computes the number of element in the array based upon the number of initializers. So if you don't, just define the number of elements that you are putting into this array, so what it do, if you have defined how many characters are there, if you have written the characters, so C compiler on its own automatically assigns the number. So in this case, hello, so it has created a size of 6 characters. So to print out the content of an array word, you can run through each element in the array, like you can run a loop from I is equals to 0, I to till this number 6, and I plus plus, and you can print the arrays. So with this technique, you can begin to build an assortment of useful functions. Let me just see how much is the topic. Can we complete this whole unit today? Variable length character strings. Okay. Counting the character in a string, basic question. Initializing and displaying character strings. This will be pretty basic, I think, I guess, chapter. Testing two characters strings for equality. Okay. In this unit, what we can do, we can directly jump to the programs. I can explain on my own. Reading strings with scanf. Okay. We are working wholly with the strings. Counting words. Okay, good program. Mm, null string. Okay. Mm, escape character. Okay. Backslash, tab, space, and new line character, everything. More on constant strings. Okay. Const strings. Okay. Mm, will we also be working on sky characters? ASC double I. Is the sky mentioned somewhere? Okay. Const, I think const is used here, yes. Better search method. Searching is also there. Searching algorithm. Dictionary lookup using binary search. Low, mid plus one, mid minus one. Easy. Character operations is also there. Plus minus. Plus minus all only defined, I guess. Exercise. Okay, pretty basic chapter. Not that much advance. Where were we? Okay, so arrays of character. So recall that type of wchar t can be used for representing so-called white characters, but that's for handling a single character from an international character set. So discussion here is about storing the sequence of multiple characters. Okay, so let's write a program for this only. Function to concatenate two character arrays. What it is doing? Test works output. What was the input? Mm, void concat. Okay. Uh, character results. I got a message. Uh, okay. So copy str1 to result. Okay, copy our str2 endpoint void concatenate st1 test. Works. I think we are printing the two together. Okay. Okay, simple program. Let's just start working with these. Let's create a program micro char. I guess char is present already. Char.c is already there. Let's do char array.c. Hit enter. Okay, so till here, uh, let's write the program now. Defining the program void, no return expected. So concat, naming the variable concat, and we are defining a character inside this array, which consists of characters. Okay, now what we'll be doing? we are defining a constant variable const char, which is str1 and also str2, I guess. Yes. Hello, Mustafa the Mufasa. Hello, hello, brother. Welcome to the stream. And int for the looping, I guess, n1, and what more? Const char, one more const char 2, str2, because these strings should be fixed, and these strings should be fixed. No change can be made to these strings. That is why we have used const. So after defining part is done, so we have defined a function concat, and which has 4 characters. So okay, we can use this function directly now later on because we have defined 4 arguments here. And let's begin a program. So we have taken int I and j because for running the loop, because we need to run 2 loops in order to take the in order to read the string 1 and string 2. So for I is equals to 0, it will be running till I till n1. We have not taken n2, I guess, int n2. So int n1 character result, const character str1, const character str2. We are taking one more, that is int n2. So done. Okay, so first loop will be run till n1, and the j loop will be run till n2. So I plus plus, and now we'll be storing that in the result. So result, since it is an array, we can use I, and we can be storing that result I is equals to str1, and it is also an array, and I is also there. So because we are using loops, one more thing. Okay, done. Done here also. Let's run another loop 4. So it will be run, start from j0. J0, it will be going till j when it is less than n2, and we want to iterate them, j plus plus. So now we'll be storing that again in the result, but this time it will be n1 plus j. Okay, so because we are concatenating the 2 strings, so result will be stored as the previous part, that n1 plus this loop j. Okay, and it will be stored in str2 j. Okay, now it's done. We will be writing a main program in which we'll be using this concatenate function int main, passing word argument, passing the main character, and we'll be using this function void concatenate now. Okay, selected. Okay, at the end of this, we have to do one thing. We have to put a semicolon because the function is already defined and we are using it now. And now what we'll be doing, we'll be giving the input for this const character st1 and str2, str1 and str2. So now since we have used str1 and str2, we'll be using s1 and s2 now, because now we are defining these arrays and writing the values of these arrays. So let's take, they have taken 5, so hello, HELLO, 5 letters. So I'll be writing on my own. H, it's a bit hectic task. E, L, L, oh hello, and next we'll be taking, since we have defined it, so end it with semicolon. So const char s2 hello world, so WORLD 5 only, world. Fuck. Y space, y space, WORL D. Okay, so we have defined two characters strings, that is S1 and S2. Now we are because we want to store it in the third string, so not const char S3. So the size, let's save it to 10. Okay, we can take input from the user, and now we are using int I. And now what we'll be doing, we will be using that const function, not const, concat function, concat that we have defined, and now we'll be passing the arguments. So character result will be stored in S3, and constant char string is S1, number of string it has is 5, number of characters it has is 5, then S2, and it has also number 5. So we have done this, hit enter, and now we will be printing it. So for, nice, for we'll be using I is equals to 0, running the loop till 10, and I plus plus, and we'll be printing that printf. The result is what they have used in place of result. They have directly printed, they have nothing, so we can take uh, the result is %c, comma, you can define what is %c, that is S3, and I. Okay, I. It should be working now. Return 0, control S. Okay, so there is an error here. What error are arising now? S1 S2 error. Okay, now it will be solved, I guess. Error here, S3. There was error above also with result, and error here also. I think the spelling of result. Control S. Unused parameter N2. Unused parameter, but we have used na N2 here. Why it is saying it is unused? Int N2. It's not unused here. It is in use. Int N2. str2 int ij. Okay, there is a problem with here. I guess it will be working now. Okay, we have used N2. Okay, problem here. Control S, and problem, final problem. Okay, I think we have used colon in place of semicolon. Control S, concat, semicolon is used. What more? For loop 10, undeclared I is declared now. Okay, semicolon here. It should be working now. Oh, what's the error? Still showing error in the for loop. Okay, nice. Now, okay, no error. Control SQ. So GCC char char arr dot c, writing the output to char arr. Let's run this char. The result, the result, the result, the result, the result. Okay, I know what is happening. I know why it is happening. Above there, they have not used anything. But what we can do? Microchar C. Here we can be doing one thing. Control SQ. The result is hello world. It's printed like this, but we don't want to print it like this, no? Uh, okay, I know why it is doing like this because please wait a moment. I will be solving this. Mm, because it is also printing this result 10 times. That is why this is the problem. So what we can do, printf, also although it is not needed, but we can do the result is, and we can just delete it from here. It should be working now. Okay, so the result is hello world. So the previously was problem was that I am printing this, the result is 10 times inside the loop. That is why it is printing 10 times. Okay, it's working now. They have done one more thing. They have printed a blank space. We can also do that, but just can just leave this till here now. Okay, moving to the next topic. So the first for loop inside the concat function copies the character from the str1 array into the result array. This loop is executed in one times, which is the number of characters. So we were confused on the second loop. So the second for loop copies str2 into the result array because str1 was n1 characters. So copying into the result begins at result n1. So the position immediately follows following the okay. So it should be like n1 plus n2. So that is why. So n1 till n1 position it is covered. So now the next loop will be should be beginning with after n1. That is why we have taken n1 plus j. Okay. Pretty basic. Pretty good. We have already cleared. So variable length character string. You can adopt a similar approach to that used by the concat function for defining other functions to deal with this. Okay. Counting the okay. We are doing the counting. Okay, no problem. Just don't need to read this much. So there is one more thing. Null character. So define character called word that contains 7 characters. The last word is the null character. Recall that backlash character is a special character in C language and does not count as a special character. Okay, separate character. So it is a special character in C. So backlash 0 represent a single character in C. The array word is depicted as this. Okay. Okay, so if we are counting an array, counting the number of characters in this, so there are 4 characters. All that is a null value. It will not be printed, but it will be counted. I think the same we are doing here. Okay, so they are printing the number of characters inside word 1. So it will be like 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, and null character is not counted here. Null character is not counted. Null character should still live. Damn. Thank you. This is called consistency. So David, so we count null character or not? Okay, so it is not counted. Does not count. Okay. It represents a single character in C, but it is not counted, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What we can do here. Let's do one thing. String count. Okay, if count is set to 0, then string count is should not be equals to the null character. Okay, so if it is a null character, it will not be counted. So the first character, it has to be something. It should not be beginning with the. Can you teach me consistency? Uh, it is a thing that cannot be taught. You have to develop yourself. But I guess I will be ending the stream soon because my neck is paining now. Okay, I also my chair also goes down. Hmm. So the character string should not be started with a null character. So while string count is not equals to the null character plus plus count. Okay, it is I think it is counting. Then return count in print void in string const character string one, passing the argument string, then word. Pretty basic, not that much hard. Okay, so const character we have already defined a function string length. Inside that we inside this we have to pass a argument that is an array, and word one is an array. Sitting for long hours ain't good for your body. I go to gym, yeah. I'm a gym person, so it does not affect that much. I have cropped the image now that I am not wholly visible. Or how is it going? Okay. Or you will be, it is easily available that it is easily visible that I have a broad shoulder something. So you can assume that I go to gym. Nothing much. Yes. In this I have just shorten and crop it. That is why it's not that much visible. But for maintaining the body, I go to gym. It is cleared that null character is not counted. Let's not let's not make this program to count a character. It's a pretty basic program. You can make this on your own. Today, when I was live, my subscribers was 134. Now it's 143. Good. People are subscribing. Either I'm not not insisting anyone to like the stream or subscribing something. You have never heard these words from me, but I'm still getting subscribers. Nice. Good to see. How's your day going? Okay. Something chatting. Daylight. Okay, welcome to the stream. Daylight. Today I failed two attempts of Oracle data scene. Day was tough. Mm, it's good. Good to have failures. String function declares its argument as a const array of characters because it is not making any change to the array, merely counting its size. So inside the string length function, okay, we have used the string length function here, declared. Okay, so what we are doing, we are running a while loop and is executed when the value of the count is returned. The value represents the number of characters in the string, excluding the null character. Okay, I was saying that null character is not counted. If you just count the characters, if it is a null character, it will not be counted because we have mentioned the condition that if it is a null character, you should have stopped the counting. Okay, but what if you do like if you leave a blank space here, so it will be counted. Blank space will be counted. It is treated as a character. I have not thought that way. Third one is 25,000. Life is a game. It's not fair. Why going that? Uh, Enjoy, yaar. Why go to that depression track? Life is not fair. Why it is happening to me? There is much worse thing going in the world. If you have two legs, two arms working fine, eyes working fine, you can speak, you can listen. You are lucky. If you have the access of internet, you are lucky. Yaar. Why to regret? Uh, Initializing and display the character strings. Okay. concatenating character strings. Okay, now what we'll be doing. So the two features just described were incorporated into the main routine of a program 10.3. Okay, so now we are also writing the program and also counting the string. I guess I break the rules, so I don't care. But okay, but silver lining is I got AI associate one. Nice. Let me see channel analytics first. Mm, Okay, so in this program, what we are doing again concatenating. Okay, concat function char result one, string two. This time no n1 and 2. I think they have directly okay, so they have directly assigned this time string one as this and this. Character S3 is 20, so S3 S1 S2 printing the result. Okay, solving here. This time it is treated as only one array. Nice. Function to concatenate two character strings. Okay, so int ij. Okay, string I should not be equals to 0. Plus plus I result should be here. Copy string 2 to result. So it's pretty same. Uh, it's the same program that we are doing, but what we are doing here, uh, the special case of the null character that we have to stop at the null character. And at that time when we were using n1 and n2, two different variables. Let me just compare both the programs first. Where it is. I think what was the name of the program? Mm, Character array, I guess. So micro char array. See, let's just compare these programs. So here we are using n1 and n2 to terminate the loop, or just just copy the result till n1 and n2. But here what we are doing, we are telling the compiler that you have to interrupt when you encounter with a null character inside the string. So when you encounter this null character inside a string, like here, there's a null character, and when you encounter with a null character, what you will be doing, you will be storing this str1 and 2 result I. And similarly in this, we are using n1 plus j, but we don't want to use the concept of n1 and n2. We are stopping at a condition where null characters appears. So in this condition, when null character appear, we want what we want to do. We want to store the result now, but the places of the result inside the result. So we have taken, I guess, 20 spaces. So 20 spaces is occupied, 20 spaces is given, but the space which is occupied by I, it's already occupied. But when you want to store more, you have to go the next position after I. So hey, can you suggest some C library for advanced C, like SDL or POSIX? For what purpose? For what purpose? For advanced C, for embedded system. I don't know about embedded system, but for what purpose? Mhm, mhm. SDL POSIX, okay. Okay. If you are going that way, SDL and POSIX, you can. What library should I suggest? OBJ dump, if you have ever heard about OBJ dump, that's object dump. Or for more, you can say what library I should suggest. Hexrace you can use. I think I will be confused in the libraries of C++ and C. So it can be a possibility that I will be telling a library that is used in C++. If you specify the field in which you want to work, I can tell. Embedded system, though I don't know about embedded system, but in the case of red teaming, I can tell few general ones. Uh, we can uh, let's break it now. The library which I will be telling, it can be both of C++. So obj dump, I don't know it is of C++ or C. I don't remember exactly. It is used in reverse engineering. IDA, IDA can be used. NSA can be used. SO can be used. And in malware analysis, I don't remember. I think mal unpack can be used. There are many. I don't know the general what general you are asking, but I'm telling you the specific one. Radar 2 can be used. RADARE 2 or what you can use. Many, there are many are. Software development operating system. Yes, the libraries which I have told you can be used like libemu or libem or libemu can be used. Do you want any specific that you are asking for? Hmm, Channel analytics. If you ask general malloc, uh, malloc can be used. glibc, many, there are many. If you're asking for a suggestion, so you should be asking for a suggestion for a particular need you want, na. So if you want something like for malware analysis, you can use YAR or Radar too. Specifically, I think they both are in use in C, not in C++. I don't know. There can be a possibility. I am telling you a library that is used both in C and C++. No, I just came across someone like streaming SDLC in C stream, so I just thought of exploring SDL in stream. Okay, so you have seen something. Okay, there can be a possibility. We will be are exploring many. We will be creating our own libraries, or we can create our own functions. We can define our own functions if we want to do something. If we want to build something from scratch, why to use predefined libraries? है ना? Okay, so what we are doing, I have already told what we are doing here. So it's 11:30 and a lot left again. So let's read about this program. What is CMake? What is CMake? I don't know. CMake. Spelling is wrong or spelling is right? CMake. I'm assuming that is CMake for matlab designing something or making something. CMake I don't remember to be particular. Mhm. Something related to C project. What kind of project? CMake is, I think CMake is not a used in C. It is of C++, I guess. Where's my browser? Providing the source tree to build CMake in order to build the new window version of okay. For building C++ code. It is for C++. It is not for C. It's a type of build tool, I know, but it is for C++, I guess. Is make for C or C++? So executable program C make C pack C text are written in C++. You are asking me in reference of C, but I don't know C++ here. I am still unaware of something in C++. Is C++ a dead language? C++ remains the powerful relevant. Oh, nice. Uh, oh, many questions. Will C++ be replaced by AI? No, AI will not replace C++ developer. C++ is essential for low-level programming tasks like operating system, game engines, perform. Okay, happy news for you. Good news for you. Let's see. Okay, what NASA use? Who asked this kind of questions here? Why I once used it to compile a version of llama.cpp for Android. I don't know, yeah. Does NASA use C++ or nice? Where is the answer to the question? What coding language does NASA use? Nice. NASA Java. Okay.
learning, satellite communication.
Java for networking. Okay. MATLAB. I know. Python. Swift. Lua. What NASA is using here? LabVIEW. Lua. Swift. Have you heard about Zig as a language? No. Yeah, there are lot languages here. How I can? I'm specific to cybersecurity. And from the past 6 months, I have paid attention that I should be, in order to make my own scripts or on or my own tools, I should be, learning some kind of programming language or something. From the previous, if you talk about back 6 months back, I don't know even the bash scripting. Bash scripting, though I know assembly, I also know, but not C programming, Python or Ruby. And newest, it's one of the greatest and the newest. Okay, there can be a possibility. Still, I will be following C because it is OG. Now, in the first for loop of the cat function, the characters contained inside the str1 are copied into the result array until the null character is reached. I have already told because the for loop terminates as soon as the null character is matched. It does not get copied into the result array. We don't want to copy else. And anything new in this? No, I've already told everything. Just you need to remember that in this we are not replacing this ni plus j as a null character, but here you don't need to give any return, but you have to specify that result I plus j is a null character. Okay, so terminate the concat, you have to terminate the concatenated string with a null character. Just this is the catching point or catching line, rest all the code is same, but what we have done, we have just changed the condition of working the loop, of stopping the loop, terminating the loop, you can say. So testing two character strings for equality. Okay, include str. We'll be using, I guess, we are testing something. We are using if part, if else, bool will be used if we search about it. Zig is a low level language, high memory safe. And let's just search now what we are doing. Zig programming language. First appeared in the 8th February 2016. It's free open source released under MIT license. Is it useful for me? Zig use cases. If it is a low level programming language, it can be useful. System programming, embedded system, bare metal, game development, perform critical applications, WebAssembly. Okay, nice. WebAssembly, WSM. They can be used to create efficient and portable web applications or component that run in a web browser or other WSM. Uh, Zig language like C or only better. I will see it later. No, I have to be specific with the cybersecurity. If it is useful for me in cybersecurity, I will be learning that, but later. There's lot to learn in cybersecurity. Yeah. I should not be going that way of learning each and every programming language. So because we are using, I think we'll be using bool in this. Yes, std bool.h. Let's create this program. Control sq equality. My equality is a joke, huh? Equality, equality dot c. I've done one problem. ls. I left a space here. Is it created or not? Let's create it one more time. Equality dot c. So taking two libraries, standard input output, standard bool. We will be designing the function as bool because we are working on true false. So bool, let's take equal as eq strings. Define variable const because we want it to be fixed. Char s1, it's an array. Next we will be passing again const char s2, and it's an array. Hit enter, marks the beginning of the program, and int. What we will be doing in this, we have to read also, we have to write also, we have to compare. So for loop we will be taking I, set to 0, and bool, let's take equal because we are, you know, okay, we are asking a question now, so we'll be using is equal or are equal or not. Okay, are equal. Now what we'll be doing, we want to equate now. So what we can do, since we are using bool, we can use while, and s1 s1 I I should be equal to s2i. Now we'll be defining what is s1 s2 later. s2i, and also they can be equal, but there can be a possibility also that they can be a null character, and if they are null character they should not be compared. So we'll be using logical or. No, we need that all the three conditions should be satisfied. So logical and, so s2 I should not be equals to s2i or s1i. Firstly s1 I should not be equals to null character. Similarly s2i should not be equals to null character. But we'll be using and two times. I think they have taken the similar condition while s1 null character. Okay, so since we are not using if, so we have to iterate it outside the while loop. So plus plus I, and now what we'll be doing, we'll be taking the case when both the characters are null characters. So if uh, s1 I is equals to null character, yeah, let's copy this condition here, and mm, if they are equal to null character, so they are equal, they will be equal now. So r equal can be set to true because since it is in bool we can set it to true. So r equal is set to true, and else it is false. False. Now we'll be writing our main function, closing this, int main void. Okay, int main void, starting the function. We'll call this here shift v. Have they taken any example or something? Okay, so we have to return also, no? Return is missed. So return the answer to R equal control S. यहाँ पे एरर दिखा रहा है EQUAL। S1 S2 एरर दिखाएगा अभी क्योंकि उसे तो हमें डिफाइन करना ही है। बाकी तो और कुछ एरर नहीं है फिलहाल। लेट्स राइट द प्रोग्राम फर्स्ट, उसके बाद देखते हैं। यहाँ तक हो गया। उसके बाद हमें दो वेरिएबल्स या दो एरेज डिफाइन करने पड़ेंगे। string comparators, let's take these only. Copy. So STRA, STRB, we have taken S1, S2 equal strings. So now what we'll be doing, strings हमने देख लिए हैं already, and what we'll be doing, printf STRA, STRB, or what we can do, we'll compare 1 with 2, 2 with 1, both the case. So we can just search. Okay, no problem, I will be searching that. Are there any new charts? So we will be taking the same case from here. Let's just not waste our time to write this. So first it is comparing str. Okay, so we have to uh, okay, eq and eq. So two arguments are passed in this. Since string A will be compared to string B, string A will also be compared to string A itself, and string B will be compared to the string that we pass. Okay, so since it is a bool, so it should be 0 1 1. Let's do one thing. String B, let's compare string B to this compare something string wrong, string 2. So it will be like 0 1 0. Okay, let's control S. Oh, lot errors, a lot errors. So the error starts from here, R equal, it's a bool. Okay, it is a bool. We have imported the library already. Okay, problem in the while statement also. We cannot use underscore or what. Control S. It doesn't matter, we can use underscore na. Unused variable, what it is saying, it is an unused variable. It is saying return R equal, I think it will be all right now. Okay, so here statement with no effect, unused value. Which value is unused here? Here S1I, S2I, and S1I, we passed S1 S2 here na. S1 should not be equals to the null character, and S2 should also be not equals to the null character. What's wrong here? So S1 is defined here, S1 is defined here, both are correct, absolutely correct. Let's do control S again, once again. Okay, still showing the problem. String A, string B, error, it is showing error with the brackets. Plus plus I, return R equal, R equal. This is known as EQ. We have taken EQ here. In this case, equal strings. Let's see what the compiler is saying to us. Quality.c EQULAITY. Okay. So some kind of error with printf, I guess. So first thing first is this string. There are lot errors. So first is this error that expected this before this. Hmm? Do I have written the condition some wrong or what? Uh, okay. It is fine. The problem is here that it is okay. Problem is with the brackets. Still the problem is coming. Now it's gone. Now the problem is here. Uh, okay. Okay. Because we are calling the function, we will be doing like, okay, now problem is solved. Control SQ. Let's try to compile it now. No problem. QLITY quality 010. That is what I was saying. So that makes the end of our session today. We are already gone to what, 36 minutes. No problem. We have compared the character strings. Now what is left? Reading string with scanf. A small portion is left, not that much. This will be covered tomorrow. Escape characters. Most of the things are covered. Not makes much time to cover this. What's our next chapter? Because we want to finish this as soon as possible. So next chapter we have is pointers, and pointers is the most important topic of this chapter. So we are still half left. Like today's 27 to 28, 29, 30, 31. Okay. So I think till 31 it will not be completed because tomorrow or today's 27. After 12 minutes it will be 28. So I'll be completing the pointers on 28, 29, 30, 31. So bit and bitwise operator, preprocessor is a big chapter. It will take time. More on data types, enumerated data type, type F, type DF statement, data type conversion, small chapter. So what we can do, working with larger programs, input output operation in C, okay, end of file, F close. Okay, working with file system, debugging program, oops is also there. Oops we will not be studying oops. Debugging programs, and this will be covered in one day. This will take one day as a whole. One, working with larger programs, so it can be 31 and 30, then 29. We have 28 and 29, but till 28 we are finishing processors. This thing, operation on bit and bit processor, preprocessor, more on data types. Okay, let's see. I think 1 to 2 sessions will be more taken on. Apart from 31, I guess today's part 7 or what? Today's part 7. So part 7 and we are already on the chapter 10. No problem. So I think 7 more parts will be taken more to complete this. No problem, will we go slowly, not to make that much hurry. So on that note, good evening everyone, good night, and it's good night. Good night everyone. Have a good sleep and enjoy your life. Revise the concepts that we have learned today, and what more. So let's just end the stream. Good night. We will be having the stream tomorrow. The stream was short today, no problem. We will be keeping the stream 3 hours. 3 hours are uh, appropriate. So we'll see when we can extend the stream, or we can have two streams in one day. That is also a possibility, but let's see. So tomorrow we'll be doing characters. We'll be completing the working with characters, and we'll be doing pointers. Will not be, in order to complete, will not make any hurry. So let's see where it goes. Thank you for enjoying. Thank you for staying in the session. Enjoy life, and bye bye. Good night.